Okay, let's continue on with the balancing here. Let's balance the next one here, this equation. On the reactant side, we have 2 aluminum, and on the product side, we have 1. The oxygen on the reactant side we have is 3, and oxygen on the product side is 2. Anytime you have the same element on reactant and the product side with an odd and an even, it's best to start balancing with that. So we have 3 oxygen in the reactant and 2 on the product. The lowest common multiple for 3 and 2 is 6. So we are going to put a 3 here for the product side to make this oxygen 6 and 2 here to make the oxygen 6 in the reactant. This makes our aluminum 4. 2 times 2, this 2 subscript multiply with the coefficient. 2 times 2 is 4, and go ahead and put a 4 here. This reaction is balanced, and notice what type of reaction it is. Notice on the left side, this was all one compound, aluminum oxide, and on the product side, they are separated into their individual elements, which is aluminum and oxygen. So this is a decomposition. They are breaking up, okay? Decomposition. Let's try to do this next one here. We have a calcium here 3, nitrogen is 2 in the reactant side. Calcium on the product side is 1. I'm going to go ahead and put a 3 here. And sometimes we do end up making mistakes, and that's okay. You know, you could have started balancing this with aluminum oxide as well. Makes no difference, okay? You can always go back and forth. All right, so calcium is 3 now. The nitrogen in the reactant side is 2. Nitrogen in the product side is 1. We are going to put a 2 here. When you put this 2 here, it makes this aluminum 1 times 2 is 2. Notice if you see 1 aluminum, it's 1. It's not a 0. All right, so 1 times 2 is 2. We have 2 aluminum. And in the reactant side, we have 2 as well. So this is aluminum is balanced. Let's look at our oxygen. We have 1 times 3 is 3 oxygen in the product side and 3 in the reactant. And so this is, so this is balanced as well. And we're just going to put a 1 here. All right. What type of equation is this? Anytime you have 1, 2, 3, 4 elements, this is a double replacement. Okay. Let's look at this one right here. We've done decom, double replacement. In the earlier video, I did single replacement. Let's do a synthesis one. This right here is a synthesis equation. You have 2 hydrogen, 2 nitrogen. When 2 elements are coming together on the left side and on the right, they are 1 compound or 1 formula. This is a synthesis. They are married, okay? That's the type of reaction it is. Notice I told you earlier, when you have 2 odd and even of 1 element, start balancing with that. So I have a 2 of hydrogen here and 3 of hydrogen here in the product side. I'm going to make this into 6 by multiplying with 2 on the product side and multiplying with a 3 on the reactant side. So now 3 times 2 is 6 for hydrogen in the reactants, and 3 times 2 is 6 for the hydrogen in the product. This makes my aluminum 2 in the product side. 1 times 2 is 2. And I already have 2 in the reactant side. I'm just going to go ahead and put a 1. And this is a synthesis reaction. I hope the balancing equation makes a little bit more sense with this video. Thank you for watching.